welcome back to Art with Miss B. And today we are going to be making three-dimensional clay shapes. Now I'm using salt dough. You can visit the recipe in the link below and it'll link you to how to make this, and it's quite simple. When you open up your salt dough, if it is dry, add a little bit of water, a couple tablespoons or teaspoons, put it on top and mix it together. You want a nice sticky dough. All right, I'm going to take my dough and I am going to divide this lump of clay into four. So I started out by dividing it in half, taking one of my halves and dividing that into two pieces like this, and then taking my other half and dividing it into two halves, and now we have what we call quarters. So we have a quarter, a quarter, a quarter, a quarter, which all together equals a whole, or one. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my quarters of clay and I'm going to turn my first one into a sphere. Now a sphere is like this shape. Now we know this shape to be a circle, but in three-dimensional, so this is 2D, in 3 dimensions, it actually turns into something else, and we call this a sphere. And this is our circle. So we're trying to go into a sphere right now. So I'm going to take my lump of clay. It's quite simple. I put it in the palm of my hand and I roll it together, just like this. And if you notice that it is getting dry, you can always add a little bit of water. You can also squish the dough like this and roll it. And there you go. Now you have a sphere, and I'm going to set it to the side so that you know that this is my sphere. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is take the next lump of clay and I'm going to make a triangle, but a triangle is 2-dimensional, and so I'm going to try to make a cone. So we know this to be a triangle. And that's in 2D. And we want our shape in 3D to be a cone. So I'm just going to kind of draw a little cone for you. Okay. So to make a cone, I am going to take my lump of clay and I'm going to start with a sphere. And my clay is getting a little dry because it's pretty warm today. So I'm going to roll it into a sphere. Now I need to actually make a little volcano by pinching it. So I'm going to pinch, turn, pinch, turn, pinch, turn, all the way around until I almost form like a witch's hat. Okay, and you see how it's kind of round here? I can take it and flatten it by tapping it. So I'm going to go tap, tap, tap. And now I get this nice flat bottom, and I can kind of squish it around like this. Another way is to roll it just like this on your mat, just like that. All right, now I have my cone, just like that. I set it down so you can see it. Now, the next shape I'm going to try for is a cube. Now, a cube in 2D is actually just a square. All right, and this is 2D. But I want to take that into 3D, so I'm going to be making a cube, just like this. All right, here I go. I'm going to take this, maybe add a little bit of water. It's getting a little dry. Just like that. And then to get a cube, I'm going to start with a sphere again. You're going to be an expert at spheres. Start with a sphere. And now I need to make flat sides all the way around. Now, if you remember how we got the flat side on the cone, we tapped it on the paper. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to hold it and we're going to go tap, tap, tap. Now we need to turn it. You can see that flat side. Turn it, go tap, 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 has done is, because I've been holding it on the sides, they're creating nice flat sides on that. And then now I'm going to squish it and really create those nice flat edges. And a true cube is a square on all sides. So you want to check, is it equal on all 4 sides? Oop, maybe not this side. So I'm just going to keep sculpting it until I get a shape that I want. All right, so now I have a nice cube, just like this. Set it over here. The last shape we're going to use is a cylinder. Now, a cylinder is a rectangle in 2D. When we work into 3D, it is more almost like a cup. All right, you can even draw it like this. All right, so this is a cylinder. All right, here we go. For the cylinder, I'm going to take my clay and I'm going to roll it into almost like a snake or a worm. So you can roll it in your hands like this or like this, or you can even roll it like this, okay? And the ends are a little lumpy, so I'm going to go tap, tap, get that nice and flat, tap, tap, and just go back and roll it until it's nice and smooth. Boop, boop, boop. And it can hold like that or like that. And there you have it. This is how you make 3-dimensional shapes: a sphere, a cone, a cube, and a cylinder. Have fun. Bye.